These people are amongst the greatest quiz players in Britain. Together, they make up the Eggheads, arguably the most formidable quiz team in the country. The question is, can they be beaten?
Welcome to Eggheads, the show where a team of 5 quiz challengers pit their wits against possibly the greatest quiz team in Britain. They are the Eggheads. Taking on our quiz champions today are the Kendaliers from London. Now, this team quiz together regularly at the Duke of Kendal pub near Marble Arch, where team captain Alan is the quizmaster. Let's meet them.
Hi, I'm Alan, and I'm a retired head teacher.
Hello, I'm Jonathan. I'm a local government officer.
Hello, I'm Kate and I'm an education advisor.
Hi, I'm Toby and I'm a primary school teacher.
Hi, I'm Ian and I'm a fraud investigator.
So, Alan and team, hello.
Hello.
And this is all about the Duke of Kendal pub, Alan.
Yep, we have a quiz there once a month. I'm the quiz master, and everybody else in the team here, they are sometimes in different teams, sometimes they combine together.
So did you go around the pub and say you, and you?
I'm not that bossy.
But to get the best quizzers,
Whilst choosing this team, we did slightly handpick, yes.
we looked carefully. And Alan, you set the questions. Does that mean you know a lot of answers? Because I must say, I ask them a lot here, but they're always cleverer.
I don't set all of the questions. I set the picture questions.
The picture questions?
Yes, which are quite fiendish.
Fiendish, yes, definitely.
What, you have a picture of a person and you say...
Oh,
can you
it's
identify them?
all sorts of themes.
Good luck, challengers. Every day there is £1,000 worth of cash up for grabs. However, if the challengers fail to defeat the Eggheads, that prize money rolls over, as you know. The Eggheads have won just the last game, I can tell you, so they look very beatable, and it means you will win £2,000 if you triumph today. Would you like to get cracking?
Yes,
We
indeed.
would.
Definitely
Yeah.
would. Yes.
OK, so the first head-to-head battle is on the subject of sport, and you can choose between Beth, Kevin, Chris, Dave and Lisa.
It would have been, wouldn't it? That,
really
yeah.
didn't want
You
to
did
come
want
up.
this.
Would be sport.
I think it's got to be me, hasn't it?
Go on then.
Go on, Alan, start with the best.
So-
It's me.
Oh dear, so there was no sporting person.
There was nobody who's really, really strong at sport.
OK, so Alan, retired head teacher, against which Egghead? Any one of the 5. Who's going to struggle with sport?
For Chris?
I think, yeah.
Yeah.
I'll take on Chris, please.
That's going to go down well.
This has the tragic inevitability of certain Greek tragedies, yeah.
Naming no Greek tragedies. So Alan from the Kendaliers to take on Chris from the Eggheads. To ensure there's no conferring, would you please take your positions in our legendary question room? So sport, Alan, and would you like to go first or second?
I'd like to go first, please, Jeremy.
Good luck. When Jessica Ennis-Hill announced her retirement from athletics in 2016, how many Olympic gold medals had she won? Was it 1, 2 or 3?
Now, she certainly won the gold medal in London. I think actually in Rio, she lost to a Belgian. So I'm going to say 1, Jeremy.
That's a brilliant answer. Yeah, 1 is correct. Chris, in 2016, Antonio Conte became manager of which Premiership football team? Is this West Ham, Chelsea or Tottenham?
Conte, Italian cove by the sound of him. Don't think it's West Ham. Chelsea, Tottenham, Chelsea, Tottenham, Chelsea, Tottenham. Well, you support Chelsea. So, probably Tottenham. I'll say Tottenham.
I thought you were going to say, so it's probably Chelsea.
I've never heard you mention him, so...
Oh, that's a good bit of reasoning, yeah. Chelsea's the answer. This is good. Good start for the challenges here. What about this? Very first question.
Go, Alan.
Banana skin. OK, Alan. Eyes on the target here. Jamie Murray and Bruno Suarez won which 2 Grand Slam men's doubles titles in 2016? Alan, the Australian Open and US Open, Australian Open and Wimbledon, or French Open and Wimbledon?
I don't think they won the Australian Open. Right, I'm far from certain, and I'm going to take a guess and go for French Open and Wimbledon.
No, it's right at the other end, actually. It's Australian Open and US Open. Chris, the swimmer David Wilkie won an Olympic gold medal for Great Britain. In which city? Montreal, Los Angeles, or Tokyo?
David Wilkie, long time ago. When was LA? 84, wasn't it? Tokyo was too early. I'd go with Montreal.
Yes, you've got it right, Chris. Well done, Montreal it is. So level after 2 questions. And back to you, Alan, for your third. The 1979 Formula One world champion, Jody Scheckter, was born in which country? Australia, South Africa, or Austria? Jody Scheckter, which is spelled, by the way, S-C-H-E-C-K-T-E-R.
Right, I don't think it's Australia. Now, Niki Lauda was Austrian. Was Jody Scheckter Austrian as well? I'm not certain. I'm going to go, I'll go down the middle with South Africa.
Teammates, is he right?
We think so.
so.
We like this, Alan. You've got it absolutely right. South Africa. OK, Chris, under pressure here. The England cricketer Andrew Caddick spent his English domestic first-class cricket career at which county club? Yorkshire, Essex or Somerset?
Don't think he's a Yorkshireman. Somerset or Essex? Andy Caddick for Essex. Yeah, I'll go with Essex.
Dave?
Somerset.
Somerset is the answer.
Oh, wrong one again, yeah.
Alan will be in the final round. Chris has been knocked out. Please return to us, both of you. Rejoin your teams and we'll play round 2. So, the Kendaliers haven't lost any brains from the final round so far. The Eggheads have lost a brain. And the next subject is film and TV. So who would like this? Who's the person who watches it all?
Looking at Toby.
Yeah, I'll go for Toby.
Toby?
Go for it, Toby.
OK, our primary school teacher. Against which Egghead, Toby? Anyone but Chris.
Actually, Kevin didn't do amazing.
I would go for Lisa.
Lisa.
Yeah.
Lisa.
OK, Lisa. We
I
choose
think
Lisa.
they're good. I don't think they're all good at it.
Going to go for Lisa?
I'm going to go for Lisa.
Very good. So Toby from the Kendaliers, Lisa from the Eggheads. Please go to the question room. On film and TV, Toby, would you like to go first or second?
I'd like to go first, please.
All right, here we go. In order of years of release, which is the second film in the Star Wars franchise? In order of years of release. Is it The Empire Strikes Back, The Revenge of the Sith, or Return of the Jedi?
Order of years of release. I'm going to go with The Empire Strikes Back.
Yeah, I so remember it when it came out. You're quite right. The Empire Strikes Back came after the original Star Wars. Lisa, who was the host of the game show Countdown when Carol Vorderman joined? Was it Des O'Connor, Richard Whiteley, or Jeff Stelling?
Incomparable and much missed Richard Whiteley.
Yeah, what a great man. Richard Whiteley is correct. OK, over to you, Toby. Which Disney animation features the cat character Thomas O'Malley? Lady and the Tramp, The Aristocats, or The Rescuers?
Ooh,
Disney animation.
Disney animation. Not something I'm hugely hot on. Let's have a look. Now, the obvious answer would be The Aristocats. It's got cats in it. I'm going to go The Rescuers.
Let's see, your team, do they know? What do we think?
I think it's the Aristocats.
It is the Aristocats. They're all Disney animations, I do believe. The Aristocats, Toby.
Sorry.
Lisa, in which decade was the American TV drama series The Rockford Files first broadcast? Was it the 50s, 70s, or the 1990s?
Ay. See, I immediately thought 70s, and then I went, oh no, maybe 60s. Oh, maybe it's even further back than that. So I think maybe I can safely rule out the 90s at least. I don't know. I suppose the sort of percentage guess is the 70s. And it was my first instinct. We'll try the 1970s.
Yeah, 1970s is right. And looking at, was it Jim Garner?
Jim Garner, yeah.
In the 50s, he would have been far too young to play a private detective, I'm thinking.
See, I have no idea what it's even about.
He's a private detective. I think he's in a caravan. Every episode he gets a message. It sends him on a trail of something. It's all very urbane and kind of friendly. There's not too much blood and thunder.
Eh.
I'm not selling it, am I?
No, I'll give it a miss.
OK, Toby. So 2 to the Eggheads, 1 to you. You need to get this one right. In 1964, which Coronation Street character died of a heart attack in a snug in The Rover's Return? Minnie Caldwell, Sheila Birtles, or Martha Longhurst?
Coronation Street. Let me cast my mind back. I wouldn't have heard of. I can't think that far back for Coronation Street. I'm going to go Minnie Caldwell.
Now, your team laughed when I read the question. Is that because someone here is a Coronation Street fan, or...?
It's because Toby's never seen it.
Oh, you've never seen the programme? So anyone here know the answers? It's quite
We were
difficult.
wondering about
it's
Martha
Martha
Longhurst.
Longhurst.
It is Martha Longhurst, before I was born as well, 1964. Martha Longhurst has knocked you out there, Toby. I'm sorry, Lisa is triumphant. She will be in the final round. So levelling up here. Come back to us and we'll play round 3. So as it stands, the Kendaliers have lost the brain from the final round. The Eggheads have lost the brain too. They lost Chris. The next subject for you is science. Intake of breath, I sense.
It's got to be Ian.
Yeah, it's gotta be
have
you.
to be me.
Ian,
Yeah.
okay, our fraud investigator, who looks like a science fraud here.
What are we going to do?
I think Kevin.
Yeah?
Do you think?
You sure? You want to try and take out Kevin?
Yeah, I don't see why not.
Oh, go on.
I'm gonna get one chance.
Be a blow.
It's often a good thing to try.
I'm going to take on Kevin.
Good stuff. And I think you haven't had a run out for a while.
Not on this, no.
No.
No,
Good to get you gingered up.
so to speak. Yes, okay.
Ian from the Kendaliers to play Kevin on science from the Eggheads, the Grandmaster. To ensure there's no conferring, please take your positions in the question room. So I feel we haven't played on science for a while, Kevin.
No, I think that's probably right. No, I'm not too sure when the last one was.
Are you very good on science? Is that the reason people have run scared?
I know people make their choices depending on what their tactics on the day are, so I don't think it's necessarily a reflection of anything in particular.
And Ian, you're a fraud investigator.
Yes, certainly am.
And
Yeah.
is that tax or is that just everything?
Everything really. It's whenever people have lost money and they want someone to try and track it down and find out who's done it.
Sounds brilliant. It sounds like a plot from a movie.
Sometimes, but a lot of Excel spreadsheets and going through bits of paper, so not quite that glamorous.
Well, we'll leave it mysterious because it sounds very good at the moment. Science for you, Ian. Would you like to go first or second?
I'd like to go first, please.
And here we go with your first science question. What word follows sciatic to make a part of the human body? Nerve, ear, or toe?
So when you first said the question, I was thinking, oh, I'm not 100% sure, but I don't think ear or toe rings a bell, so I'm going to go for the sciatic nerve.
Yes, you're right. Kevin, here we are. Your first science question I've asked you in a little while. Which of these is an insect whose larvae can be used as biological pest control for the garden? Kevin, is this lapwing, lacewing, or lanternwing?
It's interesting. Well, lapwing is a bird, so it's not that. I mean, lacewing is certainly an insect. I don't know lanternwing, so it would be taking it may be, but it would be taking a real chance to go for that. At least I know lacewing is an insect. I'll have to try lacewing, but it could be lanternwing.
No, it is lacewing. You're right.
Okay.
Ian, what eyesight aid was developed in 1887 by Adolf Fick? Is it contact lens, sunglasses, or bifocal lenses?
Right, this is something I'm not totally certain of. I'm not sure. I think maybe the glass working to be able to do that would have been around then. So I think I'm going to go towards contact lens. It sounds late enough, but also early enough at the same time. So I'm going to go for that.
Sounds very early for contact lens, but you've got it right. Well done. Contact lens it is. Playing well. Kevin, NTSC and PAL, P-A-L, are two common standards used in which technology? Photographic film, analog television, or mobile phones?
Well, they were the two sort of American and European versions that were the systems used for television. So it's analog television.
Analog television is correct. To each. Third question, back to you. Ian, this can be crucial. The chemist and inventor Alfred Nobel died in 1896. In which country? Italy, Russia, or Greece?
1896. That's not ringing any bells for any of those countries in particular. I know that he was from Norway, so quite close to Russia. I think that's the only logic I'm thinking at the moment. I'm going to go for Russia.
It's Italy, I'm afraid. So you've got 2 out of 3. Kevin has a chance to take the round. What common name is given to the deep-sea octopuses from the genus Grimpotoithis due to their resemblance to a Disney character? Bambi octopus, Mowgli octopus, or Dumbo octopus?
I mean, I'll rule out Mowgli. Mowgli was a human boy. Why would it be Mowgli? I'm a bit torn between the other two, because my first thought was Dumbo because of the trunk of the elephant, that sort of thing. On the other hand, an octopus with several legs, there's the famous shot of Bambi learning to walk and to stand with the legs splaying out in all directions, so you could make a case for that as well. I'll have to try Dumbo octopus, but I'm not sure.
OK, I hear your uncertainty. Dumbo's right, though.
Yeah.
Dumbo octopus. Well done, Kevin. Ian, you were beaten by our egghead, and as a result, you won't be able to help your team in the final round, I'm afraid. So come back to us, both of you. One more round to play. As it stands, the Kendaliers have lost 2 brains from the final round. The Eggheads have lost 1. It's not a crisis, but this is the moment now, just to take one of them out. Last chance you get now, and the subject is politics. Another intake of breath on this side. What were you hoping for, subject-wise, that's not come up? Were there some...
Geography and history.
Ah, I'm so sorry.
Shall I go, or do you want to have a go in the question room?
Oh, you go.
Okay,
OK, all right, looks like it's me.
That's good. You want to do it. That's good. Education advisor Kate against either Dave or Beth.
What do we reckon?
Try Beth.
Try Beth? Try Beth. But we'll go for Beth.
Right, so Kate from the Kendaliers, Beth from the Eggheads. For the last time, please go to the question room. So politics, Kate, would you like to go first or second?
I'd like to go first, please, Jeremy.
Here we go. In May 2015, Lord Sugar announced he would be leaving which political party to which he had been signed since 1997? Is it Conservative, Labour or Green?
It's the Labour Party.
It is indeed. It is indeed. Beth, what is the first name of the politician who married Ed Balls in 1998? Nanette, Colette or Yvette?
She is Yvette Cooper. Yvette.
Yvette is the right answer. Back to Kate. In which decade did Ronald Reagan become governor of California? Was it the 60s, the 70s or the 1980s?
Ooh. Well, I know it wasn't the 1980s because that's when he became president, I think, for the first time. So the basis that I don't really remember, I'm going to go for the 1960s.
Yeah, the logic is good. He became president in 1980 and was governor of California from the 60s, yes. Beth, Adam Smith, the 18th century Scottish political economist and philosopher, is best known for his book The Wealth of what? Fathers, nations or masses?
Wealth of Nations.
It is indeed The Wealth of Nations. Zooming along here, 2 each. Back to you, Kate. Who became the First Minister of Northern Ireland in January 2016? The first time a woman has held the title. Danielle Roberts, Mary Hassan, or Arlene Foster?
Oh, goodness me. I've seen her on the TV very recently, and I'm struggling with her name. Don't think it's Danielle Roberts. I'm going to go for Arlene Foster.
Team, what do you think?
Yeah, I think she's right.
I think that's right.
Absolutely right. Arlene Foster. Here we go, Beth. To stay in, the 2016 sole recipient of the Nobel Peace Prize was the president of which country? Is it Colombia, Uruguay, or Peru?
I think this was to do with his work with a guerrilla organisation, the FARC, and I think that's Colombia.
It is indeed Colombia. Well done, Beth. So 3 each after 3 questions. So sudden death we go to, Kate. It gets a bit harder. I don't give you alternative options. Which British Prime Minister met Adolf Hitler in Munich in September 1938?
So immediately before the Second World War, who was the Prime Minister? Neville Chamberlain.
Neville Chamberlain is correct. Well done. Beth, you need to get this right to stay in. Who was appointed Shadow Home Secretary in October 2016?
Let's try Angela Eagle.
Let's see if the Eggheads know.
Diane Abbott.
Diane Abbott is the answer. You've been knocked out, Beth. Well done, Kate. You're in the final round. Of sudden death. Good play. Please come back to us, rejoin your teams, and we will play that final round. So this is what we have been playing towards. It is time for the final round, which, as always, is general knowledge. But I'm afraid those of you who lost your head-to-heads won't be allowed to take part in this round. So Toby and Ian from the Kendaliers and Chris and Beth from the Eggheads, would you please now leave the studio? Alan, Jonathan, Kate, you're playing to win the Kendalliers £2,000. Lisa, Dave and Kevin, you're playing for something that money can't buy, which is the Eggheads' reputation. And just to get the show rolling again, as usual, I will ask each team 3 questions in turn. This time the questions are all general knowledge. You are allowed to confer. OK, team? So, Kendalliers, the question is, can your 3 brains defeat these 3 in a famous victory? Alan, Jonathan, Kate, do you want to go first or second?
We should go first.
First, yes.
We'll go first.
All right, good luck. General knowledge, first question to you. Justin Theroux, who married Jennifer Aniston in 2015, is what relation to the TV presenter Louis Theroux? Cousin, brother, or stepfather?
I think they're cousins. I think they're definitely of the same generation.
I think same generation.
Because I think isn't Justin the son of another famous Theroux?
I think he is, yes.
So we go cousins?
I'm pretty sure it's cousins.
I'm not far. I certainly don't know, so I'm happy to follow you. Yep, cousin.
Yeah.
We'll go for cousins.
Cousin is correct. All right, over to you, Eggheads. Corky the cat appeared on the front page of which British comic from 1937 until 1984 when he was replaced by Desperate Dan? Eagle, Dandy, or Beano?
Happy with the Dandy?
Oh, yes.
Dandy? Yeah.
Dandy or
Yeah, no, it's Dandy.
Desperate Dan was definitely
Dandy.
Dandy.
And Corky the cat was the Dandy.
Yeah.
Yeah.
We're going for the Dandy, please, Jeremy.
The correct answer is Dandy. Well done. Second question, challengers. In mythology, who was the lover of Thisbe, with whom he conversed through a chink in a wall as their parents had forbidden them to marry? Is it Pyramus, Deucalion, or Troilus?
This was part of Midsummer Night's Dream, and it was Pyramus and Thisbe.
Well, that sounds
Right,
good
okay,
to me.
yes.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah,
Yeah.
happy to go with that.
Yeah.
We'll go with Pyramus.
I like that, Jonathan. You straight there, Midsummer Night's Dream, Pyramus and Thisbe? You're quite right. Pyramus it is. All right, over to you, Eggheads. Which English MP was fined £5,000 in 2016 for making unsolicited electioneering calls? Was it David Lammy, Hilary Benn, or Tom Watson?
I've not heard this.
If it was electioneering, well, I mean, it could be to do with local elections, but it could be to do with the Brexit referendum as well.
Yeah. Not an instinct.
Well, Tom Watson got into trouble for something.
Yeah, that's what I was thinking. Because I've not heard of Hilary Benn or Lammy. Because the first thing I was thinking of was Danstrup, Rochdale, but...
Yeah. I've got an idea that Tom Watson got into trouble for something, but I can't remember what it was.
And obviously senior, if we work this through,
Yeah, well,
he's senior within the Labour Party.
Deputy leader, yeah.
Whereas the other two, at that time, in
Yeah.
2016, wouldn't have had positions within the party.
Yeah.
And with Lammy...
Was he standing for anything in particular? Was he standing for any positions?
London
Oh.
London Mayor, wasn't he?
Hmm.
£5,000 in 2016. It could have been investigated and...
Yeah, it could have been for any reason, really, in 2016.
OK, we're going to have to...
I think we're... I would say it's on balance. I mean, it could be either of them, but on balance, it's probably best to go with our first instinct.
OK, so we're going to go with Tom Watson.
I'm OK to go with that.
OK. Right, we don't know.
We don't know.
We don't know, Jeremy. But on balance, we're going to go with Tom Watson.
Tom Watson. Now, you were on the right track there with the London Mayor thing. David Lammy wanted the Labour nomination. That's what these calls were in connection with. The answer was David Lammy. You've got it wrong. Difficult question, no doubt about it. It gives you clear sight of the £2,000. If you get this question right, you've won. You've beaten the Eggheads. Here we go. The actress Pamela Lane was the first wife of which playwright? Tom Stoppard, Arthur Miller, or John Osborne?
They've all been married to famous women.
Yes.
Arthur Miller, most notably to Marilyn Monroe.
Oh, of course, yes.
Okay.
For which
Yes.
he is best known, so I'm thinking, as a guess, because I don't know,
That she...
I would think that if they're asking the question, who's the first wife, that it would be pointed to Arthur Miller because the second wife was more famous.
So well known.
Yep.
good logic.
It's good logic.
Jonathan.
And I think we'd have heard of her if she was married to, certainly to Tom Stoppard.
Yeah.
John
Does
Osborne, I
Wills.
think, was married to Jill Bennett, I think.
Oh, he was, yes.
Okay.
I remembered.
But
yeah, no,
whether he was married before that, I don't know.
Let's go for Arthur Miller then.
So we'll go with Arthur Miller, please.
John Osborne is the answer. Not Arthur Miller. So there was the chance there to take the whole contest. Eggheads are still behind. If you get this wrong, they've won. Eggheads to stay in. What is the capital of the Italian region of Friuli Venezia Giulia? Is it Trieste, Bologna, or Genoa?
It's,
So it must be Trieste.
Trieste.
Must be Trieste because it's not Bologna
No.
and it's not Genoa.
No.
They're all two other
They're
regions.
two other regions, yeah.
So it's Trieste, isn't it?
Yeah.
Yeah, we're happy.
Trieste, yeah.
Yeah, we're all.
It's geography, mate. You two are on your own. You're happy, I'm happy.
So we just thought, mate, yes, Trieste.
It's
Then.
Trieste,
is
yeah.
our answer.
Yeah.
Jeremy, we're going for Trieste, please.
Trieste is the correct answer. Well done. You pulled it back. Woof! Skinny your teeth there.
We were.
Up against some good quizzes here. We go to sudden death, Kendaliers. You don't get alternative answers from me. Here is your first question. What is the name of the 184-meter high observation tower built in Seattle for the 1962 World's Fair?
Something to do with, I think it's something to do with sky or star. Not Starbucks, but
No, they started there,
Some
didn't they?
kind
But
of
it's
tower?
not.
Sky Tower?
Sky.
it's,
There's something in
Sky.
Vancouver.
no,
Sky
it's
Train.
It's not the Skylon Tower,
no,
is it? Where's that?
Skylon was, I think, was the Festival of Britain, I think.
Oh, it was, wasn't it? Yes. Yeah. It's not Seattle.
Something sort of along those lines, I think.
Shall we have a punt at something?
Yes.
I think it's going to come in Star Tower.
Is it
It hasn't, it's
something?
not tower, it's a bit like the Skylon. It's just, I think it's one
One word.
starburst.
Starburst, yeah. You're not there and you're not far away. Let me just
Space Needle.
Space Needle.
Oh.
But they haven't won yet. Eggheads, you can take the contest with this question. Which Steven Spielberg film tells the story of the con man, Frank Abagnale?
Catch me if you
Catch
can.
me if you can.
Catch me if you can. Let me just clarify that. Catch me if you can.
Catch me if you can. Frank
Yeah.
Abagnale Jr., I think, but
Yeah.
hey,
Catch me if you can.
yes.
Our answer is catch me if you can.
If you've got this right, you've taken the contest, Eggheads. The answer is catch me if you can. We say congratulations, Eggheads. You have won. Woo. And you ran them very close with that one answer, which was needed and didn't come. Eggheads, well done. You played well there because you had to hold on to your nerves there. That was a real tightrope act. And you were close to the Lammy. I was listening carefully, but there we go. They discuss it and sometimes they go astray. Commiserations, Kendaliers. Good game. I hope you enjoyed it.
Yes, we
did,
Proper
yeah.
quizzes, so I know how good you are. We can tell. The Eggheads have done what comes naturally to them. They reign supreme over Quizland. It does mean you're not going home with the £2,000, so the money rolls over to our next show. Eggheads, well done. Maybe we can build up a little bit of a run here. Maybe, maybe not. Maybe they'll be stopped. Join us next time to see what the next team can do against the Eggheads. There'll be £3,000 to play for. Until then, goodbye.